What's up, Falcon Nation? Steve Leslie once again with Anthony Romo, ysnlive.com. Austintown Fitch style. Falcon Nation here. Sam's Wedge Inn is the home of Falcon football. Cannot thank Donnie Sherwood, Mark Presley, and the crew to have us. We'll be here every Wednesday night sitting with young men like I have right here. We'll be promoting them, promoting Fitch football, and hopefully getting to a state championship.
Yes,
I'll say it, but we are joined by Senior Falcon Cam Smith. Cam, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's go. I've known Cam Smith and his family a long time, watched Dad in the heydays at YSU. I'm fortunate enough to call the YSU football games with Bob Hannon, which I'm awful proud of. I will say this, Anthony, you go to YSU or in the sports department, there isn't, in my opinion, a better representative to put on a Penguin uniform than Randy Smith. Yes. Talk about your family a little bit and what they mean to you with what the process has been for you as a Falcon.
Oh, yeah. My family have done everything for me. Obviously, my older brother, Randy, he's gone through Austintown, and I grew up watching him play on the field, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. So, and then especially with the history of my dad playing at YSU, like just right in the backyard. And I get he has the old clips, the VHS clips and all that.
Now see, yes, the old 8mm.
Like,
it's not like the huddle com and all that. Okay.
No, not even close. He'll pop it in there.
Just show you. This is what you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. Like, we'll study that film all the time.
Mom, obviously, plays a huge part. I know how proud she is of you and your brother and your sister. That's a sophomore.
Yep.
How's mom's role for you as a senior football player been?
My mom does everything like behind the scenes that you want to see. Like my dad, obviously, he coaches me up. He'll tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing good, and all that. But my mom, she'll be the person I'll go to if I'm having like that bad day or just need somebody to vent to. She'll be there, and I'll talk to her, and it's a great experience.
Just remember this: love Dad, love Randy. But moms are the best.
Oh, I'm a mama's boy.
That's okay. He's a mama's boy. He's a mama's boy. I'm 55 and I'm still a mama's boy, so that's okay. I wanted to ask you the relationship with Dad. He was phenomenal. I was able to watch those national championships. You played Ursuline at YSU. You see all his pictures around the concourse.
Yep.
How's the relationship with Dad and Cam Smith after a football game?
It's honestly like we don't talk about the game that night. Like he'll come home.
A little 24-hour rule.
Yeah, like a little 24-hour rule. Like I'll come home, we'll be like, oh yeah, you played good, and then he'll actually watch the film before I will. He'll get in there because he has all my huddle, like all that. He'll go in there. He'll be like, Cam, on this play, you did this wrong, and it's honestly like, as a young kid, you don't want to hear that, like. But at the same time, I'm blessed to be in that position because he shows me, and he's been a part of. He plays at that college level, and especially at YSU in their prime during those national championships.
There was nobody better than Randy Smith in the secondary on those coverages.
There you go. So
your brother Randy.
Yeah,
I can't even put into words
how
he represents, how hard he works. When he gets in, punt coverage, this and that.
Yep.
Your brother represents, in today's world, it's kind of that me mentality. I don't get the ball. I don't.
100%.
Randy Smith is, in my opinion, the glue that holds YSU's football team. That's why I think that they could win against North Dakota State because of Randy Smith. How's the relationship with your brother? Do you get to talk to him a lot throughout the week?
Oh, yeah. He'll text me every day.
And push you.
He'll just let me know. He'll ask me, like, how was practice today? Or especially at the games, like right before, he'll text me, like, go out there, do your thing. And I'll do the same thing for him on Saturdays. And it's honestly, like, to see him, the amount of work he's put in just to play on that level. And obviously, because he's undersized, but,
size doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he got into the game, I want to say, a couple weeks ago against
like you said,
Duquesne. He had 3 runs where he dragged guys 30 yards.
He does anything that he possibly can to help the team.
And he's playing behind maybe the best running back in the FCS.
And there you go,
And statistically one of the best regardless of divisions in the country.
Shout out to Mom and Dad. I love them. Your brother and your sister. You have great family support.
Yes, sir.
And before we get into everything, I actually have a funny Randy Smith story. So I went to Hubbard, and it wasn't even a football story. I remember he tore us up on the basketball court. He dropped like a 30 ball on us at Hubbard. So that was just funny. I was thinking about that coming over here. I just remember I was like, yep, that was Randy Smith.
He was a Hooper back in the day.
But
Do you know they're there on game day?
Yeah, I know because I know exactly where they sit at.
Okay.
So I'll see them. I mean, I don't really pay them much mind, but I always feel like I can hear them. I always feel like I can hear them. Like if there's one person out here in the whole stadium, it'll be my father for sure.
Well, he's got that deep.
Oh yeah, he's got
football. He's still like coaching the secondary from the 90s.
Yeah, you can hear it for sure.
All right, let's dive into this football team, Anthony. You were able to be over at Massillon, called the game with Ty Bartell. Ty Bartell, the voice of Austintown Fitch, he does a great job. We'll have the game on again Friday night for Falcon fans that can't make it.
Yes, sir.
I suggest come eat something good here, Cam, at the Sam's Wedge Inn. I know they'll have it on. Yep. Anthony, talk about the Massillon game a little bit with Cam.
So before we dive into the game, we talked about this a little bit on air. Just the atmosphere there. Talk a little bit about playing there because that is like a totally different football culture over there at Massillon. They have fireworks going off, all this and that. Just talk about how much fun it was to play at a place like
honestly,
that.
it was a great time. Like, especially Massillon, it's a football town, the historic stadium, and they get pretty rowdy in there. So just be a part of that. And I even told before the season, I told my dad, like, the way our schedule planned out, I was glad that I got to play in that stadium for my last year.
Of course.
Regardless of if I wanted to play at home or not, but just to experience it. Because I played there on my freshman level, and the freshman games are even crazy there.
Like, and they have some unique fans.
Oh, yeah, just to see that. And at this freshman level, I was like, I wonder what a varsity game is. And then, obviously, my sophomore year, we didn't end up playing them because of COVID. But, yeah, to get to play there this year, it was great.
And you were busy defensively. I don't know the final stat line. I can't remember. I know, like, through the third quarter, you were leading the team in tackles. Heading into the fourth. I don't know if you finished leading the team, but you were busy defensively. We talk about that running game they brought to the table. Those are some big boys that you had to bring down. I'm sure you're a little bit sore after that game on Friday.
Yeah, obviously, they were big guys up front, and they played aggressive, and the running back ran really hard, and it's props to him. He's a great running back.
Of course.
One of the best in Northeast Ohio. But I think of what the game does for us is it gives us that experience.
Oh, yeah.
Especially
that's why you play teams like that.
Exactly. And especially if we want to do what we came here to do this year and go deep into the playoff, we'll see teams like that and like Hoban, which they have that great running back, Lamar. And that's
a guy you played last year. You played Hoban last year.
And we got that experience too. So just have that back-to-back and see what we can do with that. It's great to get that this early in the season.
With Cam Smith, player profile, senior at Austintown Fitch here at Sam's Wedge Inn. Cannot thank them enough for the great atmosphere. They're the home of Austintown Fitch football. We're proud of that. That's a great answer. I want to ask you, because you've been around football since you were.
Oh, yeah, since I've been in little.
And I asked Coach Parker this.
Yes, sir.
Good football teams, which you are.
Yes, sir.
Great football teams, which I think you are, learn more after a loss.
Oh, 100%.
Your thoughts on that?
100%. Even going into the game, like, we knew it was going to be a dogfight the whole time. And Coach Parker, one of the main points he made to us after the game was that we didn't give up at the end of the day.
No. The score's a little not vindictive.
It's not what we wanted.
You guys played 4 quarters.
That's what I'm saying. We never gave up, and every play we lined up, and we played as hard as we could, and that's what he was proud of at the end of the day. No. And regardless of what the score was, every time after each play, if they would score or if we turned the ball over, if we had to punt away, we'd come into the huddle, just keep playing, and that's how we just went about the whole game. And I think,
and playing a team like that in the regular season, just like you guys, they're one of the best Division II teams in the state of Ohio, 100%. And they're not in your region. They're in Region 7. So if you guys are able to make a run, you could play them again.
I think we'll be a matchup down the road. I really do. I agree with you there. I wanted to ask you, I did the Ursuline game with Anthony. It was on call for that.
Yes,
Anthony, we talked off air. I remember I could probably name 6 plays where Ursuline broke it, and you called the play, and I said another game-saving touchdown tackle by Cam Smith. This senior group.
Yes, sir.
You have great offensive linemen. We're going to promote all the seniors. Yeah. I think you're the leader of this football team.
Yes, sir.
How tight is the senior group?
Honestly, we've been doing this for 4 years now, and now it's our season. It's our time to lead the team, and we've took on that role. And even we started these conversations as soon as last year's season ended. Me and Fitzy, which you'll talk to later.
Fitzy's a big boy.
Oh, yeah, he's a big guy.
I wonder what he ate tonight.
I don't know.
But it's special. I could tell Anthony by the smile on his face.
Yeah.
Senior years are special.
Yeah, no, I love these guys to death, and they'll be my best friends from years to come. So, and just to do it one last time, like this year, it's special, and that's what makes it special. And that's why I think I want to go so far this year. Not that I haven't want to do that every year, but with these guys, it would make it special for sure.
Going back to that Ursuline game, I know you had a pretty big play in that third quarter. The Irish were driving.
Yeah,
and then Cam Smith
right in front of him, took it to the house. Showed off that speed too. I like it. Way faster than Dad.
Don't let him hear that.
He's going to hear it. He's
I know.
You'll catch grief for it, not Anthony.
100%.
A pick six in a game like that.
Yes,
just what was the feeling like for you touching that end zone? I'm sure you heard the crowd on the other side of the field. Just for a play like that, how does that boost your morale on the
field? It does everything for us. Honestly, during the play, I just took off, and I wasn't hearing anything. I was so zoned into what I had to do, and I knew I had to get in that end zone. But after, everything was coming down and emotions were coming down, it turned the tide for sure. Because like you said, they were driving. I think they were inside the 20.
20. They were
20. Yeah.
How fun was that football game?
Oh, it was so fun.
One of the most physical games.
Oh, everyone was hitting
100
both sides.
Those are two really good football teams.
I give all the props to Ursuline too.
Yeah, that's why you play.
100%,
that's why you play good schedules.
And I think it was more fun just because we know all those guys.
Absolutely.
It's
absolutely.
I love that answer. In our backyards.
Exactly.
And we see them all the time.
Yeah, you want to beat them. Yeah, you want to talk. Yeah, you want. But at the end of the day, you're all seniors.
Well, no, we're all friends at the end of the day. Absolutely. I'm friends with all those guys over there.
That's an awesome answer.
When it gets on the field, it's all business.
In different divisions, so
both win both teams.
That's what it is. So after that game, I mean, from leading up to that game, it was all business. But now we can sit there and root for them.
Absolutely, no root for you. That's the great part of Youngstown football.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Rapid fire?
I think we should touch into one more thing before that we did not.
All right.
You have a special opportunity to play at the next level.
Yes, sir.
Committed to go to a Big 12 school in Iowa State.
First of all,
congratulations.
From all of us at YSN. We're proud to be a part of Austintown Fitch. Yes, we're even prouder to watch you develop and grow and get an education.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What was it about Iowa State that did it for you that made you want to make that commitment to a school like that?
When I went up there with my dad for the first time, I just received the offer about 2 days prior to that. And I went up there with my dad, and obviously we talked about Coach Haycock being there and his relationship with my father. But we went up there, and it just, as soon as I stepped on campus, it just felt like right to me. And as I talked and I made these relationships with the coaches, and it just felt like they cared about me more than just a football player. And they want me to come there and strive as a young man. And when I leave there, I have a chance to be successful. Rather that's having a chance to play in the NFL or just having a chance to get that internship or apprenticeship or something like that. And that's what they're going to do for me. And that's why I decided to go there.
Again, congrats from all of us at YSN, no doubt.
Thank you.
You're going to graduate early from Fitch.
Yes, sir. I'll be in January.
Head over and jump right in. Yep. Anthony, we talk all the time that Coach Reardon has a lot of ties with Iowa State. His daughter went through the football program at Iowa State, was on the football. It worked in the offices. So Iowa State is a little bit of Youngstown.
They have
Coach Haycock.
A bunch of Youngstown guys up there.
So, and then Coach Campbell's a Mount Union guy.
My dad knows him from Mount Union because my dad works at Mount Union right now. So he knows Matt Campbell. And it's just great to see. They have a lot of Ohio guys there, and that's another reason why I felt like that's why I was home.
Absolutely,
it's like I'm moving, and it's
a great football conference.
Exactly.
And then
exactly what it is.
An Iowa State guy that is really big to me right now. Brees Hall is on my fantasy team.
Brees
Hall's playing for the Jets. I think we have an idea of what you're pursuing at the next level. But for those who don't know, what are you looking to play at Iowa State?
Safety. So the field safety as of right now. But like I was telling you guys before, they run 3 safeties, which I'm going to have to get ready for any position. If I want to get on the field as fast as I want to, then I'm going to make sure I do that by learning every one.
Well, I think you're going to get on the field really fast, and I know how hard you're going to work to do it. Ant, what do you think, rapid fire?
Now it's time.
All right, now it's time. There's no wrong answers here, so you can't say anything. All right, let's go. Anthony, what can we start with? There's so many ways I want to go here. Let's go. First word that comes to mind for you when I say T.J. Parker.
Leader.
Falcon.
He's a Falcon through and through.
This place.
Oh, yeah.
Donnie Sherwood.
Yep. Yeah.
Mark Presley.
Yeah.
Those guys are on the sidelines. They bleed Fitch.
Oh, 100%.
They invite us in every Wednesday.
Yeah.
They'll watch
and Coach Barker's the same way. For him to come back here after being at Westminster.
What did that mean for you guys to see that?
When we saw that, especially because that was my freshman year. My freshman year, he brought us all in the gym, told us that he was going to be head coach. And at the time, my relationship was completely different. Like now I know him, obviously. He's one of my best friends, I would say. And I talk to him obviously every day, but outside of football I do too. But before I was like, Coach Parker, I don't know.
You don't know a whole lot about him.
I don't know a lot about Coach Parker, but honestly, it was the best thing that could ever happen to me and my family, and especially the football program.
There you go.
In my opinion.
Is there any sort of pregame routine that you have that's something that you do the same thing on every game day leading up to a game?
Honestly, like my pregame routine is I come in there and I have headphones in. Like nobody talks to me, nothing like that.
All right, what do we listen to?
Yeah, that's a good gateway.
It's a lot of rap. That's my thing.
Okay.
Like rap.
We've heard a lot. We've heard some Rod Wave, which I'm a big fan. I'm a huge Rod
Wave. Yeah, for sure. You know,
what's the other one that I make fun of all the time?
Young Boy.
Yeah, you know, honestly, like the way I go about it is like, so on away games or even driving to the school, I like to listen to a lot of like mellow stuff. So I'll listen to like
Lil Rod Wave.
Rod Wave, but one person I really like, I like Adele. I listen to Adele a lot.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And Rod Wave's a big Adele fan as well.
So that's Adele going into the fitness center or driving up to the place, and then once we get there, I lock it in and turn on the rap. Like,
well, let's get it locked in. Make sure you're listening Friday night for Strongville.
So I got to ask, Rod Wave, you more of a Soulfly guy or Beautiful Mind?
Oh, my goodness.
Which album you going for?
I got to go with Beautiful Mind. Right?
Okay. Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
Beautiful
that's
Mind.
fair.
Yeah, no, 100%.
No, that is fair. All right, next one. Let's go role models.
My dad. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that one was just.
That's a simple one for Cam Smith.
And also for me, it was my papa on his side. He ended up unfortunately passing away in about 2013. But me growing up, especially seeing him, because he was a pastor, so every time he would come down, like we would just sit and he would read me like from the Bible and all that. And then especially we would do, our thing was chess. We would play chess. He taught me how to play chess, and that was big person in my life.
Grandparents are special. So
100%.
shout out. I know Grandpa has the best seat in the house to watch you perform.
100%.
Your dad's a great role model, no doubt about that. So, Randy, shout out for all you do for a fine young man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, back over to me. So after the game's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you like to snack on? Is there a favorite post-game snack that's like your go-to when you get home to relax?
I always have my mom give me Skittles. Like I try to.
That's fair.
I get them Skittles. Yeah. I like the wild berry ones. The purple
berry Skittles. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask this because I think I'm afraid to get the answer that I'm going to get. Favorite pro football team?
The Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jen just her eyes lit up. She was born in Buffalo. She's a big time Bills fan.
My dad was born in Buffalo.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Randy?
Swear to God.
Buffalo Bills. I think they win the Super Bowl.
I think they have a chance. If they
but we're a little beat up on defense.
Yeah, honestly, I was watching the game Sunday. They just got the injuries that's what killed us.
Yeah, you have to love those two for the position you play. Micah Hyde.
Oh yeah, and Jordan Poyer. Yeah, love them.
There's a great answer, Jen. That's a great answer. College? Do we even ask?
Bills.
I guess is the question.
Go Bills.
Yeah.
Oh, Cyclone Nation all the way.
That's fair. And so I got to ask this: your brother plays at the collegiate level.
Yep.
Your dad played at the collegiate level.
Yep.
Growing up, besides those two, who was your favorite player to watch in our valley that made it to the next level besides your brother? Who was one guy that you were always watching the Scouting Ohio tape or the Huddle tape or any highlight tape?
Lynn Bowden for sure.
That's probably a popular answer.
He was such an electric player, and obviously he played against my brother, and besides like all the fact of the football, like he was a hooper. Like,
we
watched him play basketball.
He may have been a better basketball
player. That's not a bad argument either. No.
And that's a guy that you can look up to at this stage. He plays for the Patriots now, played for the Dolphins, who the Bills played last week.
Yep.
That's a guy who comes from here and has shown that hard work can get you to some crazy places, even though you grow up here in a blue-collar, Steel Valley place.
100%.
Yeah, with Cam Smith, player profile here at Sam's Wit. Jen will be here every Wednesday night to get the Falcons from 7 to 8. Senior year.
Yeah.
It's special. It's special on how you play. It's special with how tight you are.
Yep.
And it goes so fast. It's week 7.
Oh, I know. It's wild.
Crazy.
It's flying.
You're going to graduate, which is impressive early and head on to Iowa State.
Yes, sir.
A shout out to a favorite teacher and a favorite class at Austintown Fitch?
Oh, Mrs. Carroll, her investigations class. This is gonna make it sound, but the work is just so easy. Honestly,
So you need a class like that.
Everybody needs. But shout out to her.
But Mrs. Carroll, she's one of my biggest supporters. Like I walk in there every single day, and she'll ask me. She's like, "Are you guys ready this weekend?" Like, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course, Mrs. Carroll, we're ready to go."
Mrs. Carroll, shout out to you. Thanks for all you do. No
Yes,
doubt.
man.
You got a final one for him? We could sit here and talk with this fine young man who represents Austintown Fitch so very well.
Thank you.
First class, on and off the field. Falcon Nation, you have a good one. Anthony, you got a final one?
So you're graduating early, but through high school, you're a track guy as well.
Yeah.
How does the sport of track and field keep you in shape and prepare you for football season in the fall?
Honestly, that story is crazy because my freshman year, I was going to play baseball. So I was going to end up playing.
That's a good baseball
program. I was after him hard with the Astro Falcons. Travel baseball, but he's playing a good sport.
My 7th grade year, I thought I was going to go to college and play baseball.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all. And then so I came into freshman year, and I was going to play varsity, and then COVID happened. So I kind of got my first taste of varsity sports. It was football,
right?
And I fell in love with it, like absolutely. And that year, I made that decision that I'm not going to play football, and I'm going to run track just because it helps me, especially our coach, Coach Steiner.
He does a great job. That's a fantastic program.
Great track coach, and he just helped me develop my speed and obviously endurance, and it helps me in the games as of now. So it's
a great interview. Cam Smith, Austintown Fitch, represents Falcon Nation very well. They're going to head over to Strongsville Friday night. They need all your support.
Yes, sir.
If you can't, head on over here and watch the game. Cam Smith,
yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure for Anthony and I to be a part of your journey. We're glad we got to sit down and know you.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys.
All right.